The amazing story begins by introducing a lady named Claire, who used to live with her mother, Ghislaine. Ghislaine's friend, Luc, was always around because Claire's father had left a long time ago. After that, Claire stayed with her mother Ghislaine and her friend Luc. But recently, Claire started seeing strange symbols everywhere. She couldn't understand what these symbols meant and told her mother about them. However, Ghislaine and Luc were completely shocked upon seeing the symbols, and it seemed like they knew something about them but were deliberately not telling Claire. One night, Claire went out with her friends for fun, but she saw that the symbols were displayed on a nightclub's signboard. These symbols matched the ones she had been seeing around her. Claire tried to show these symbols to her friend Simon, but only Claire could see them. For a while, Claire ignored these things and went to a night party with her friends, where there were many people. However, she soon noticed some unfamiliar individuals with strange powers who were using these powers to harm people. Claire felt very anxious and uneasy, so she quickly left the party with her friends. The next morning, Claire woke up to find that her entire room was covered in the same symbols. To her surprise, her hands were covered in the same ink, meaning Claire had drawn all the symbols herself. She was completely shocked because she had no realization of these things and couldn't understand how it happened. When Claire's mother Ghislaine and her friend Luc found out about this, they came to explain it to her, as if they already knew about these things but hadn't told Claire the truth yet. Claire, who was very confused and distressed, decided not to listen to her mother's explanations and went far away. Claire was with her friend Simon, who was explaining everything to her. Claire then noticed that a stranger was following her. Although she told Simon about it, Simon couldn't see anyone that Claire was talking about. Claire became very cautious and scared. Meanwhile, Ghislaine is shown at home where some strange people had broken in. They started causing chaos everywhere and reached Ghislaine. These people were asking about a particular cup, but Ghislaine didn't move forward to explain about the cup and instead tricked them by hiding in a room. Despite having skills, Ghislaine couldn't fight so many people at once, so she quickly drank a strange liquid that put her into a deep sleep. If she stayed conscious, the intruders would torture her to find out about the cup. When Claire came home later, she found everything in disarray. She called out for her mother, but Ghislaine was nowhere to be found. It seemed like those people had taken Ghislaine far away. Claire then encountered a strange creature that looked somewhat like a dog. The creature gradually transformed into a weird, fluffy entity that wanted to harm Claire. Claire managed to evade the creature and hid in the kitchen. It looked extremely disgusting with its tentacle-like body. Claire, terrified, turned on the gas and hid in the fridge, hoping to create an explosion that would drive the creature away. The creature did manage to find its way there, and the explosion caused significant damage to it, but it didn't seem ready to give up. It appeared to be slowly reverting to its real form, and Claire felt that no one could save her now as she was its target. As the creature charged at Claire, a boy named Jay arrived and used his powers to throw the creature away and out of the house. The dangerous creature was thrown outside, and its body was completely disintegrated. It seemed like the creature was somehow escaping and was still alive. It was then revealed that Jay was the same boy who had been following Claire. Jay explained that the people who attacked her and took her mother were very dangerous demons. That was why he had been following Claire, because her life was in danger. Claire was confused and couldn't understand what was happening, as she had never expected anything like this. Jay explained further that these dangerous demons took on human forms to attack and kill humans. He clarified that he was not a threat to Claire, he was known as a shadow hunter who protected humans from these demons. Claire found this shocking, as she had lived a normal life and never expected anything magical. Suddenly, Claire's neighbor, who knew Jay, arrived. It was later revealed that the neighbor was actually a witch who had been watching Claire for a long time. The witch then informed Claire that her mother, Ghislaine, was also a witch and had a deep secret. Since Claire was her daughter, it meant that shadow hunter blood was running in her veins. Although Claire didn't understand these revelations, the witch gave her taboo cards to read her mind. Claire had to choose one card from the set, and without much thought, she picked one with a symbol of a mortal cup on it. Jay and the witch were both shocked to see this symbol because it represented an ancient mortal cup that the demons were likely searching for, the same demons who had attacked Ghislaine. The witch couldn't understand how this connected to Claire, so she tried to look into Claire's mind. She was able to see some things but eventually discovered that Claire's mind was locked. This was likely done by Claire's mother to protect her from a dangerous threat. For now, Claire was thinking that she should talk to Luc because he had always been with her mother. Before going there, Claire's friend Simon arrived. The surprising thing was that Simon could also see Jay, but Jay explained that as shadow hunters, they could control who could see them. Simon was now ready to help Claire. The three of them headed straight to Luc's house, where he might be able to help them. However, Jay suspected that the dangerous demons might have already reached that place. When Jay used his powers to look inside the room, he discovered that the demons were torturing Luke and interrogating him about the location of the mortal cup. Seeing the demons torturing Luke terrified Claire, and the demons sensed her fear. They were about to attack her and her friends, but Jay stepped in to help Claire and started fighting them. Jay had excellent fighting skills and many powers, which he used to defeat the demons effectively. Jay quickly took Claire outside, but just then, police officers arrived. It later turned out that these police officers were also demons trying to harm Claire. Jay bravely fought off the police officer and then took Claire and Simon to a place that only shadow hunters could see. This place was another community of shadow hunters, where shadow hunters from around the world lived and worked to eliminate demons. Jay revealed a large building to them and took them inside. Inside this grand palace, Claire saw many shadow hunters, including some skilled fighters like Lee and Isabel, and their master named Hodge. Hodge explained to Claire the history of the shadow hunters, describing how, many years ago, people had invited the gods to protect them from demons. Hodge recounted that when many people were praying to save humans from demons. So, the gods gave them a very powerful cup containing their blood. Drinking this blood bestowed people with creative powers that were no less than those of angels, and these people were called shadow hunters. They protected humanity by eliminating demons. After drinking the blood from the immortal cup, the next generations of that person would naturally become shadow hunters. There were two chances to become a shadow hunter, either be born into a shadow hunter family or drink the blood from the mortal cup. As a result, many shadow hunters emerged and began saving people from demons. However, some time ago, a shadow hunter named Valentino wanted to become immensely powerful, the most powerful on Earth, and have everyone work according to his will. Valentino stole the mortal cup and sought to become even more powerful by drinking a significant amount of the blood. This made him very skilled at controlling demons, but he desired even more power to become unbeatable. Wherever he went, he caused widespread devastation and terror. The good news was that Valentino stole the mortal cup and hid it in a safe place. He wanted to protect the human race to prevent his son from causing chaos with his newfound power. That's why the demons were searching for the mortal cup that Valentino wanted. Hodge then tells Claire that perhaps her mother, Ghislaine, knew about these things but has kept the secret of the cup's whereabouts hidden until now. Claire starts to realize that her mother had been hiding many things from her. She begins to understand the story of the demons and shadow hunters. Jay then takes Claire to a place called the City of Bones to look into her mind. This place was inhabited by strange people with stitches all over their faces. Claire was brought to the center of this place, surrounded by these people, who now attempted to use their energy to open Claire's mind. In no time, Claire began to recall all the memories that had been unlocked suddenly. She remembered how her mother had always protected her during her childhood and had given the tarot cards to their neighbor, instructing them to keep them safe and return them to Claire at the right time. However, after a certain point, it became impossible to penetrate Claire's mind further because only the person who had locked her memories could unlock them. Therefore, the Stitch-Face people could only help up to this point. Jay realized that they needed to find the person who had locked Claire's mind because only they could reveal everything and explain the whereabouts of the mortal cup. But the demons had become very cunning. They knew they needed to capture Claire and find out about the mortal cup. Hence, they captured Claire's friend Simon and took him to a desolate place. When Claire and her companions found out, they immediately went to rescue Simon. They quickly went up and discovered that Simon had been severely tortured and hung. They managed to rescue him, but suddenly, the entire demon army arrived and surrounded them, trapping them. A fierce battle ensued between good and evil. Although the number of demons was overwhelming, Jay and his team were powerful and kept fighting. At one point, it seemed like the demons were about to overpower them and everyone would be defeated. But then, a group of werewolves arrived on the scene. These werewolves started killing the demons, giving Jay and his team a chance to escape. In these events, it was shown that the bond between Jay and Claire had grown stronger, and they had become very close. They even confessed their love for each other in a short time. They then returned to their institute, which was a base for the Shadow Hunters. Here, while Claire was reading the Shadow Hunters book, she realized her ability to bring any image from the book to life. This realization excited Claire greatly. She then remembered the tarot card that her mother had given to the neighbor, which had the mortal cup hidden behind it. Understanding what she needed to do next, Claire quickly went to the neighbor and retrieved the mortal cup that was concealed behind the card. Using her ability, she managed to successfully extract the cup, which made her very happy. However, suddenly the demons took control of the neighbor, transforming them into a dangerous creature. The possessed neighbor tried desperately to take the mortal cup from Claire and return it to their leader, Valentine. Claire couldn't defend it alone, so Jay and his team arrived to help. But the possessed neighbor was killing everyone, causing a dire situation. Fortunately, Simon attacked from behind and managed to defeat the demon. Claire and her team then took the mortal cup to their master for protection. Unexpectedly, Master Hodge began to smile widely and read some strange spells. It was revealed that Master Hodge was also working with Valentine and had used dark magic to summon him. Valentine was actually Claire's father, who wanted the mortal cup to dominate all demons and the world. Claire's mother had known this, which is why she had locked Claire's memories to prevent her husband from taking the cup from her. Valentine, feeling elated after obtaining the mortal cup, immediately infused his blood into it and prepared to make Claire like himself. But Claire quickly regained her composure and put the mortal cup back into the card. She then escaped from Valentine and entered a portal leading to a very strange world. However, Claire was soon confronted by even more demons, who were inhabiting the bodies of young children and were about to attack her in their full form. Just then, a werewolf came to Claire's protection and attacked the demons. It was soon revealed that this werewolf was actually Luke, who had been living with Claire and her mother from the beginning for protection. He, along with some allies, had come to help them. Afterward, Luke took Claire back to their home and explained that her father was a very evil man. Her mother had wanted Claire to be safe, so she had embedded all the information about the mortal cup into Claire's mind and placed a lock on it that no one else could unlock. Valentine, Claire's father, would try to unlock this information to obtain the mortal cup. Valentine, in his anger, began summoning demons from around the world using all his dark energy. A massive wave of energy rose, causing demons to appear everywhere. Seeing this, Valentine immediately began preparing his werewolf army, as these demons would possess and destroy all humans. Claire, along with Luke, decided to fight against them. Fortunately, Simon had found Claire's mother in an institute and quickly brought her back. Simon informed Claire about these developments, but when Valentine learned about it, he summoned his wife's body to the location. This meant that Claire could no longer save her mother. She wanted to reach her mother quickly, but a large army of demons stood in her way, attacking them immediately. Although Luke and the werewolf army were ready to fight, the demon army outnumbered them significantly. Claire fully harnessed her control and revealed the Shadow Hunter powers within her. She combined her powers and hurled them at the demons, causing them to momentarily halt in place. This confirmed that Claire was a highly skilled Shadow Hunter. Although she couldn't maintain control for long, she managed to position herself in a way that gave the werewolves an advantage. The werewolves and Luke fought against the demons, but the demons severely injured several werewolves. For now, Claire, Simon, and Isabel quickly set out to save Claire's mother. Jazz and Claire arrived in time to try and defeat Valentine, who was attacking Claire's mother. After a lot of struggle, Valentine told his daughter to stop and revealed that their house explosion had also killed their son, who was none other than Jazz. Claire and Jazz were shocked to learn this because they had been romantically involved, but in reality, they were siblings. Valentine had erased Jazz's memories just as Claire's mother had locked Claire's memories. Valentine then declared that no one could stop him from becoming powerful. Meanwhile, the other Shadow Hunters made every effort to close the demon portal. They were attacking and killing demons, but the portal showed no signs of closing. As long as the portal remained open, demons from the other world would continue to come into theirs. Valentine wanted to turn Claire into a demon like himself, but Jazz began fighting against his own father. Although Valentine easily defeated Jazz and moved to kill him, before he could, Claire grabbed the mortal cup and threatened to throw it into a place within the portal where it would never be found. Claire tried to blackmail her father, making Valentine plead with her not to do it. As Valentine slowly approached Claire to retrieve the mortal cup, he was unaware that this was all part of Claire's plan. She had actually kept a fake mortal cup in her hand, and after handing it over to her father, she pushed him into the portal, sending him to an unknown place from which he could never return. Jazz then quickly destroyed the entire structure that was opening the demon portal, closing it permanently so no demons could come through. However, they might have underestimated their father, as Valentine emerged from the portal with a magical knife in his hand. Jazz, who loved his sister as a lover, rushed forward and handed Claire the knife. This knife had magical properties that could turn any liquid into ice. Claire used the knife to stab her father in his liquid form, turning him into stone. Jazz quickly pulled Claire aside, and the entire portal, now frozen, was completely destroyed, trapping their father inside forever. With everything returning to normal and the werewolf army having defeated the demons, Claire and Jazz had accomplished a major feat. The scene then shifts to a hospital where Claire's mother, Jocelyn, is being treated and is recovering well. Claire and Jazz are very happy about this. Despite being siblings, Jazz confesses his feelings to Claire, and they both start loving each other. They embark on a new journey together, happy and determined to continue defeating demons. And thus, our shocking story ends.